Alright, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I want to talk about some on-chain metrics for Bitcoin. So I normally stick to technical analysis, but I do try and make educational videos every now and then, and also I am trying to branch out, so I will cover some on-chain metrics every now and then when I do see something that's worth commenting on. So if we do start off with the Bitcoin mean hash rate, if you don't know, the hash rate is basically the price follows the hash rate. The higher the hash rate is, it means the stronger the network is, the more miners are mining Bitcoin, and normally price follows the hash rate. If we do, it is a little bit of a lagging indicator, but you can kind of see that the hash rate was fairly flat up until 2017. Once we did start rising in the hash rate, you can see that we had our bull market high. As the hash rate started dropping at the kind of towards the end of 2018, we did experience the bear market low. As we started exploding up in hash rate, you saw that we had a big all-time high over here in 2021, or not the first, this was the first all-time high, sorry, not the all-time high. If we do collapse this to the 5 years, we can see a little bit closer that towards this all-time high in April 2021 is when we had the China exodus. So if you don't know, China basically kicked out all of the Bitcoin miners. So obviously if there's less Bitcoin miners, the hash rate goes down. And like I said, price traditionally follows the hash rate. At least so far it does have a pretty linear relationship. You can see that as China started exiting the Bitcoin miners, we crashed 55% or so. So if we do look now, the hash rate is steadily increasing. If I do come to just the year to date, you can see that the hash rate is increasing. If we come to maybe 2 years, so you can kind of see the growth, we are still putting in good highs. We are all the way up here on the hash rate, and the Bitcoin price is dropping. So what do I necessarily think this means for the short term? It doesn't mean anything for the short term. So do bear in mind, this really doesn't matter in the next month, doesn't necessarily have to matter in the next couple of months. But what I think, in my opinion, is that the 4-year bear markets may not have as much weight to them as they previously did. So the hash rate is steadily increasing, Bitcoin adoption is increasing, miners are mining more and more Bitcoin, they're going to be getting paid less and less rewards as there's more competition. So in my opinion, I just don't see miners selling as much Bitcoin as in previous years to kind of fund their facilities. And while the mean hash rate is increasing, I do expect at some point that we're going to have a turnaround. So in the next couple of months, that does not mean that we're going to turn around. And to talk about what's going to happen in the next couple of months, I do want to come over to the BTC chart. I specifically am not covering TA on this video. I am looking at the MFI indicator, which, if you don't know, is the money flow indicator. So the money flow indicator shows when money is flowing in and out of the market. Typically, if I do just collapse this for 1 second, get rid of this. How do I unfull screen this? There we go. So you can normally see when money flows out of Bitcoin in here, 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 and here. We do have drops in the price. And when money flows into Bitcoin, so for example, when we get these big spikes in the MFI indicator, we normally do have big spikes in price. So most recently, you can see that the MFI indicator topped at 78 here, and you can see this pretty much correlates with the all-time high. Money flow did spike on the 10th of February, just a week or so ago, and we did have this big pump. So like I said, this video really isn't about technical analysis, so I do want to keep this to the on-chain metrics. You can see that the money flow indicator is currently heading down. So while the average money flow is heading out of Bitcoin, I personally do believe that the Bitcoin price is going to keep on dropping. If we do see how long these drops previously lasted, so if we take a date range on the previous high down to the low, you could see that this took 45 days. From this high to the low, money took 52 days to flow out. If we do find a more prominent example, you can see there was a big spike up here. money took about 49 days to flow completely out before heading back in. On this example, it was 56 days. So that has basically summed up the MFI on previous examples. I do kind of want to show you what you could expect. So the typical kind of flow was around 50 to 51 days. Let's put it to 51 days. So if we did kind of take this pattern and, you know, hope it would repeat itself, we could see something like this before reversal. So this would line us up with the 2nd of April. So I have been saying in my past few videos, I do believe that, you know, for the next couple of months, maybe 3 months, that we would remain bearish until we do finally put the bottom in, you know, necessarily maybe around 31 to 28,000. That is my most bearish prediction, but you can see this would put us on the 2nd of April, so really not too far away from now. It is about another month or so. And yeah, that's basically the money flow indicator. So until we do start heading up, I do not expect a price reversal. And just to finish off this video quickly, if we do look at the stock to flow, normally we don't stay around this undervalued level in the stock to flow for too long. So to wrap this all up in a neat bow, what I think is going to happen for the next 2 months or 3 months is that we are going to continue flushing out the buyers. I do believe there's going to be sellers stepping into the market strongly, at least for the next couple of months. But like I said, if we do come over to the hash rate, at some point, I do believe if the hash rate keeps on increasing, that the price is also going to strongly turn up. So that is the on-chain metrics that I have to cover for Bitcoin today. I hope you like this content. Not really my normal technical analysis, but I am trying to branch out and cover a few different topics covering crypto. So, you know, my channel will be 99% technical analysis. So, you know, don't necessarily worry. This isn't going to be the focus of my channel, but maybe once a month or so, I will be covering on-chain metrics, or I will just cover them whenever I see something big happening, which for on-chain metrics really doesn't happen too often. You can see, you know, if I did this from the start of January, I really would have only commented on this on the all-time high and this low down here and up here. So, you know, it really would be like a once a month thing if I do comment on these. So yeah, that's basically it for the money flow indicator, the hash rate, and the stock to flow. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today for Bitcoin. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.